More and more people have gone back to work after retiring.
You know, some say they need the financial boost, but others do it because they're worried about what their finances may look like tomorrow. So Elijah Kovar with Great Waters Financial is with us this morning with some advice on how to boost your retirement confidence. It is scary, isn't it?
It is for a lot of people because they don't have a plan.
And so you recommend to estimate how much money you're actually going to need to retire.
Yes, and you know, it's so funny. Most people start in the wrong place with this. They're looking at how much money do I need in my retirement
What's the
accounts?
pot?
You know, you have to have $1 million, or you have to have this many times your annual income. Throw all of that out. We're going to look at this different.
Okay.
If we don't know how much we need on a monthly basis, we have no idea what accumulation goal to save for. So it's first identifying what do we need every single month. And a great way to start with this is with a budget, but a lot of people don't trust their budget. They write down all these numbers and they go, wait, if that were what my budget was, I'd have a lot more money at the end of the year, right? So start with what you're taking home. Look on your bank statement. What are the total deposits?
What's the direct deposit from your paycheck?
That's it, right? We'll start there. Then we look at what's going to go away. Is the mortgage going to be paid off in retirement? Are the kids moving out of the house in retirement? This gives us our baseline budget. Now we need to add in things like Medicare. When we're 65 plus, retired, we've got to pay for health care. All those things that come out pre-tax from our paycheck. And then using a retirement planning software to determine what are the increases for cost of living. You know, we've got property taxes going up, gas, groceries. As the cost of living goes up, how do we factor in inflation? So this gives us a baseline for expenses, of course.
The income part of it also can be tricky because obviously you're not working, or maybe you're working part-time, or so figuring out where that money comes from is step two.
Yeah, and like you said, a lot of people will be working part-time in retirement. So determining how much am I going to make, how many years am I going to make it for, and how much of my bills are paid by this. That's the first part. Pensions, if you're lucky enough to have a pension, that's a big one.
Sure.
Social Security, when's the right time to claim Social Security? I'm teaching a class on this tomorrow night and on Thursday night at Inver Hills Community College. We do this all the time. People have no idea what they're doing with Social Security and what the tax implications may be. And once we have these, then you determine how much do I need to draw from my retirement accounts and which accounts should I be accessing first.
And lastly, evaluate your assets. What do you mean by that?
Well, you know, it's interesting. Most people are looking at how much money am I making on my investments? How much am I growing my investments? That's important, but the reason we save our money is so that we can have income from our investments in retirement. So having an investment plan where you determine how much can I take from my investments, and having a plan really that answers the question, do I have enough to meet my goals and live the lifestyle I want in retirement?
Very good. Elijah Kovar, Great Waters Financial, and those classes coming up
This week.
Tuesday and Thursday this week, yeah.
All right, thanks, Elijah.